What's up? Welcome into the Recruiting Roundup brought to you by Ortho, Arizona. I'm Claudia Collins. Alongside with me, as always, Cody Cameron. We're bringing you the news, and sometimes we bring updates to the latest news that we've had, which 2 weeks ago we were talking all about the transfer portal. Well, we have an update for you now. A Brophy alum, now a Sun Devil. Give it to us, Cody.
Yeah, he's one of the best football players that I've seen in the state of Arizona. In the 7 years of doing this, Claudia, that's defensive lineman Zach Swanson. Originally went to the University of Texas. This is a huge land for the Sun Devils. And when you look at the trenches and defensive lineman and what Zach brings to the table, he is ferocious. He's tenacious. He's really active and violent with his hands. All the attributes that you look for in a defensive lineman, Zach Swanson brings to the table. It's a huge get. He's an incredibly intelligent football player, and Zach's a stud. So he's coming back home to play for ASU. Huge land for Kenny Dillingham and company.
Honestly, Sun Devil fans, this segment is for you. And you guys are in my DMs, you're in my email being like, what about ASU? Why aren't these in-state guys going to ASU? Well, we've got a few for you. A few weeks ago, Rylan Dillard Allen, the DB over at Mountain Point, made his commitment. I've got to say, I saw him play last season against ALA Queen Creek, and Chili was out at the game. And, he's doing his vlog thing,
Yeah,
and he's like, who stands out to you?
for
And
sure.
like, the obvious answer is that guy right there. And it was Rylan Dillard Allen. He just absolutely dominated in that game and was on everybody's radar. But he's kind of a soft-spoken guy, and he described himself as fast, physical, and smart. Cody, you're the analyst. Add a little bit more. How would you describe him as a player?
There's so many more attributes, and you talked about his offer sheet, and there's a reason why. The University of Washington and Texas A&M and USC programs like that wanted a kid like this because he does everything. The versatility he brings to the table at the defensive back position. When you look at how well of a tackler he is and his first read, I love watching safeties play and their first read. It's quick. He's a quick, diagnosed defensive back, and when you have that, someone who can play in the box or play 10 to 12 yards back, but either or, he's reading his first read and is reacting with quickness and violence. That makes a heck of a defensive back, and that's what he brings to the table.
Dejon Hinton at Saguaro, he's a two-way player. How does he fit in at ASU in your eyes? What side of the ball is he playing?
He's one of the best athletes in the state, but I really view him here in the ASU schema. I think he's going to fit perfect in the secondary. He's a total stud. And just the way I think like we watch his offensive tape and the breakaway speed he does, I think the same thing applies to the defensive backfield and the secondary. He can cover anybody, right? So you can play him at nickel, you can play him outside, and in a zone tech and a man tech, he is going to be locked in on a receiver with that speed and then the athleticism. A lot of times, we talk about 50-50 balls with receivers, but heck, defensive backs need some loving too. And that's a player who's going to go up and get and test receivers and jump routes to make big playmaking abilities. Good defensive backs getting paid here, not only in the league now, but in college football. And Mr. Hinton, he's going to be a big addition. I really see him fitting in that defensive backfield for ASU.
Hey, another D-back looking to get paid, Jamar Beal Goins. That's the next guy who had a target on his back. Unfortunately for Sun Devil fans, he has committed to Texas A&M. Walk me through, this decision. He also had quite a few offers to choose from. Why does this feel like the right place for him?
No, you can't use the word walking with Jamar Beal Goins because this is speed, nothing but lightning speed with Jamar Beal Goins, one of the fastest football players, not only in the state of Arizona, but the entire Southwest and West region. He's going to be locked hip to hip with receivers. He was coached so well at Desert Edge, and just a great job by that staff overall. Obviously wanted big time with that track speed, but he put the film to back it up. I can't wait to see Jamar because he was banged up a little bit too last year. He's completely, fully healthy. I want to see a full season of film, and not just to see what type of football player he is, because we can already see that, but just have fun. Just that's a tape you get to watch as someone that loves defense like myself, where I go, God, he has it all. And that's the player that's going to Texas.
That's all for this edition of the Recruiting Roundup. For more recruiting news, you can head to sports360az.com and be sure to follow us both on socials. We will be continuing to give updates there. Thanks for sticking with us.